Hello everyone, back tuning in to today's second video, doing JMA Friday for today's second video. So as always on a Friday, we're having a look at the weather for month ahead. And this one is going to take us into the beginning of the new year, can you believe? So we're going into the start of January with this update from JMA Friday today. From the CFS and JMA season models. So we'll have a look in a moment what they're showing. Just say that the first video today was our 6 AM UK weather forecast. We've got a 10 to 14 there coming up to you later on. I'll be live at 10:30 with the Friday night pub run live. I think it might be quite an interesting one tonight. So I'll see you a little bit later on. No, that one may be. Right, okay, let's have a look at the week 1 500 millibar heights on it from the JMA. From the Arctic and North Pole view down then. So this is the North Pole just here. Wider Arctic circle is around there. And I've got the dashes, of course, through here. So blue is extrapolating to below average heights, which is low pressure. Yellow, orange and red to above average heights, which is high pressure. These are broken down into weekly periods. The first week period will take us from today, the 8th through to the 15th of December. So the next week is looking milder. We have still got some blocking left in the North Atlantic. We've got some above average heights, high pressure through the North Atlantic going up towards Greenland. But our driving factor this week is actually the high pressure down towards Spain, the Azores high, and this low pressure pushing through the country. So the jet stream's risen a little bit further northwards thanks to the Azores high just here. And of course the low pressure will still bring unsettled weather too. So we're basically looking unsettled and mild in the week ahead. Week 2 sees a significant change again. This is the 15th to the 22nd of December. So now we find above average heights, high pressure building over and to the west of the country. Trough of low pressure over on the east side of Europe. That will take winter into the north and the east of Europe. We're protected by that. Or we're protected from that, I should say, by the ridge. So it'll probably be a bit cooler, but basically an anticyclonic sort of Atlantic flow. There might be a bit of frost and fog in that, but it shouldn't be overly cold. But interesting for weeks 3 and 4, this takes us through the Christmas period, of course, 22nd of December to the 5th of January. Now, this does look quite interesting. An area of above average height, so in the Atlantic and Mid-Atlantic ridge, area of high pressure extending up towards Greenland. There's a trough of low pressure over to the east country, and this should, you would have thought, bring the wind into the north. So could we be turning colder there into Christmas and the New Year? Obviously it's a long way off, it's weeks 3 and 4, but certainly of interest and of note that you would expect a cold Christmas to New Year with that setup. Now let's have a look at the tropical and mid-latitude view. So we can't see Greenland, Iceland, Scandinavia, all those areas off chart up here. We're in top right-hand corner of the chart as you're looking at it. So my driver week 1, 500 millibar heights on with high pressure down towards Spain and low pressure coming in off the Atlantic. Looks as though it should be pretty mild. The model is forecasting above average temperatures in the week ahead in Mojo to Orange Coast, so about around 1 to 2 degrees above normal, and still rather unsettled with above average rainfall overall, so rather mild and wet. Week 2 is the 15th to the 22nd of December, with high pressure again ridging in from off the Atlantic. I say again, but with high pressure ridging in from the Atlantic, winds coming from more of an Atlantic type flow there. So the temperature is cooling down back close to average. And it is actually a little bit cooler than average over on the continent as well. So a definite cool down taking place through the 3rd week of December. And as far as precipitation is concerned, well, with high pressure course building over into western country, it is going rather drier than normal too. And we've got this very interesting 500 millibar height on for weeks 3 and 4, which takes us from the 22nd of December, the 5th of January through Christmas into New Year, with high pressure in the Atlantic, and you can envisage that Greenland will be up here, so it extends back to there, and then a trough of low sitting over and come over here, also to the east country. It looks like it should get the wind into the north. So how's the temperature normally looking? Well, actually, not that exciting. Just like average to a little bit above. What's my line went wonky there? Just like average to a little bit above. It is cold average just to our east over here. We can't really make that out because most of it's over the Scandinavian Nordic regions, I think. I reckon that will be turning colder though through the Christmas to New Year period, and also because of the tropic low in control, well, the precipitation is above average. So if it got colder, if there was enough of the northerly or northeasterly airstream, then we will be looking at snow as well. So, not that exciting from a temperature anomaly perspective, but from a 500 millibar height anomaly perspective, looks quite interesting. Right, let's see how the CFSB2 compares. Again, these are the 500 millibar height anomalies. They're broken down into a weekly period. So the first week period takes us from the 8th to the 14th of December. So this next week sees heights rising down towards Spain, and that means despite blocking continuing actually around Greenland and in the North Atlantic, this low gets pushed further northwards, and we just start to go back a little bit milder compared to what we have been over the past week or so. Into week 2, which is the 15th to the 21st of December, high pressure then builds strongly into the west of Europe from off the Atlantic, mostly dry, could be frost and fog, that sort of thing with that sort of anomaly. Week 3 is looking quite interesting. This is the 22nd, 28th of December. High pressure pulls out away from us into the middle of the Atlantic. Trough of low pressure looks like it's dropping in from the north. Could that also be hinting at a bit of a northerly getting going here through the Christmas week? And then week 4, also quite an interesting start to the new year. This is 29th of December, 4th of January. High pressure down towards Spain, yes, but also in the middle of the Atlantic. There's no evident trough of low pressure, but the suspicion would be that there will be a trough of low through here, really, and like a northerly flow potentially through the west and the north of Europe. So again, just a bit of a hint there from CFS that things might be changing towards the end of December and maybe getting colder. The temperature anomaly for week 1 is the 8th to the 14th December, above average temperatures to come. Looking very cold though across most of Russia and Siberia and into the Nordic regions as well, I have to say. Week 2 will be the 15th, 21st of December. That one is also looking milder than average. But man, we could get frost and fog with that. So the model won't be able to see like inversion cold because it's low level. So but the model will be looking at the upper air temperature parameters, etc. So that might be a colder week, and that suggests if we get an inversion, depends exactly where the high pressure is sitting. And then week 3, it could be 22nd, 28th of December. We're cooling down close to average then. It's a little bit above. And week 4, again, it's the 29th of December, 4th of January. Close to average temperatures. No suggestion of anything particularly cold appearing there. But again, the 500 millibar heights do look quite interesting, I think. And as far as precipitation is concerned, so week 1 is the 8th to 14th December, wetter than average. And then week 2 is going to be the 15th to 21st of December. That one goes a little bit on the drier side. Week 3 is the 22nd, 28th December, no signal through the Christmas period, and not much of a signal for week 4, which is 29th of December to 4th of January. Other than it looks a little bit dry and average away to the northwest, potentially a little bit, if you come over here, a little bit wetter than average over the continent. So again, that precipitation anomaly suggests that there's probably going to be high pressure up towards Iceland, where it's relatively dry. Low pressure through here, you would assume that that will bring the wind in to like a north or a northeasterly direction. So I see no reason why it wouldn't be going colder there through Christmas and into the new year. But obviously it is all a very, very, very long way off. So just one or two hints here today from JMA Friday, but we might be seeing a change, something colder and more wintry for Christmas to New Year. But obviously very early days on that, and it's just a snapshot of what these two models are showing. So they could look completely different when we do JMA Friday again next week. You'll find out tomorrow at 10 AM whether the ECM WF42 data is in agreement with all of this. And remember, any forecast on 5 to 7 days comes with big health warnings and large pinches of salt attached. We will be back though shortly with your 10 to 14 dare, including all of regular features, so come back for that then. And then I say we're live at 10:30 with the pub run. For JMA Friday for this week though, that's all now. and thanks for watching.